What's going on, guys? I'm Player here, and today we've got for you guys is even more Black Ops 3 multiplayer gameplay. This is some of my final footage from E3 that I've still got to share with you guys, and this is some really cool footage using the assault rifle called the ARK, or the ARK, not sure how it's pronounced. It's basically the AK-47 variant in Black Ops 3, and we're playing on the map Combine, which isn't a map that I've shown off too much on this channel, but of course the AK isn't a weapon that I've shown you guys at all. So this is some brand new kind of gameplay of a weapon that I haven't shown you guys just yet, and actually managed to get a 5-man spray at some point in this gameplay. That's definitely the highlight, and look forward to seeing that in this footage. But let's go over the class. As always, you can see what I was actually rocking. So of course the assault rifle, the ARK, I think this is like the default class. I literally think there's nothing changed about it at all. I think this is one of the default classes at that build anyway. So the ARK, it's got the optics of the red dot sight, it's got extended mags, and it's also got a foregrip to reduce the recoil. And the secondary, I've got the launcher. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's basically this thing that locks onto air support and shoots it down. In the lethal and tactical, I've got a grenade and a flashbang, I believe, but I don't think I ever use them in this gameplay because I'm not used to using them in Call of Duty. I normally take them away and add more perks or attachments. In the perks one, I've got the overclock perk, which allows me to earn my specialist ability or weapon a little bit faster. It's almost like hardline for your weapon or ability. And then perk 2, I've got scavenger for more ammo, and in perk 3, I've got gung ho, which allows me to do kind of like more abilities while I'm sprinting, and it's more like a mobility perk. So let's get into the footage. We're going to take a look at this actual gameplay. So I was using a specialist called Ruin, and this is actually my first ever gameplay on Black Ops 3. Funny story. This is literally my first ever game ever playing Black Ops 3. I've never played it before this point, and this is my first kind of game. So you can see me kind of acclimatize myself to it, trying to see the thrust jumps and how it works. I was literally just running around like a noob, just trying to figure out how to do it. Surprisingly, I managed to wall run really successfully the first time. Surprisingly, I didn't actually just fall off to the death, but I managed to actually do it, and it was pretty crazy, just kind of in a game you obviously never played before in your life, you've never seen anything, and you just kind of like trying to figure out how everything works and trying to figure out where the players are and how the kind of movement works. I think I did okay. I managed to get a decent KD towards the end. I went positive, that's all I'm really happy about, to be honest, but I did okay for my first ever game playing Black Ops 3. This was just after I went to the presentation with Mark Lamia and David Vondar. They kind of explained the basics of Black Ops 3, but after this, you kind of throw into the deep end, and you're against like a bunch of YouTubers who might be really good at the game, or some media who've never played Call of Duty before, so you don't know who's going to be good and who's bad, but of course, it's everyone's first time playing the game. This is the first ever time that Black Ops 3 was played and captured at E3, of course. As a weapon, the ARK isn't actually the best weapon. It's okay, it's got a decent fire rate, it churns out a lot of bullets, it's almost like a submachine gun hybrid. It shoots very fast, isn't the most accurate, and that's with the foregrip on, so it definitely doesn't compete at this point to the XR2. We're going to have to see how that changes as the game progresses through builds, and of course as it goes to the final launch, but at this current point, the AK is a decent weapon. It's nothing amazing, but definitely nothing terrible. As you can see, I was doing some pretty good work with it, and at close range, it seems to melt people. It seems to be almost like more of a submachine gun than an assault rifle. At long range, it kind of struggles. You can see right there, it was a little bit inaccurate, but at close range, it definitely seems to melt people. And as you can see, I've got my gravity spikes, which are ready. I don't think I ever used Ruin after this game. I think I changed it. I'm really not a fan of his special ability. I think it's pretty bad, to be honest, compared to some of the others. You can have like a 4-shot. You can see me actually using it there, and I completely failed. I actually managed to get a firm attack, but I didn't get a kill with it. But I find it's very difficult to use because you have to literally be really close to someone, and then you might get a kill, but it's just very difficult to get close to someone and be able to actually activate it, as opposed to a weapon like the Annihilator pistol. You can be really far away and just pick off like 4 or 6 people. I've forgotten how many bullets it has, but it's definitely a lot better of an ability than the gravity spikes. But I definitely find them a little more difficult to use, but I'm sure in games like Hardpoint it'd be more easy to use. Now you can see me actually calling my care package. I managed to get a Cerberus out of it, and I was a little bit confused how to use it. I thought I was going to call it in, but it turns out once you get the Cerberus out of the care package, you then need to call it in again. And I was sitting there just kind of watching the Cerberus, hoping that I could call it in, kind of excited. I didn't know what the Cerberus was. I'd never heard of a Cerberus before in my life, and I didn't know whether it was a high-end score streak or a low-end. Someone actually managed to pick me off, and I got really worried. Thought someone was going to steal my Cerberus off me and kind of like take it for me, and then I managed to run all the way back, killed the dude who was kind of like patrolling the spawn, and luckily my Cerberus managed to deploy itself. I thought I needed to go up to it and like hold square or X to it, but luckily it deployed itself and actually started driving around. If you know what the Cerberus is, it's basically a mid-tier score streak, which is basically the same as the AGR from Black Ops 2. It's a little drone which will drive around, and it will autonomously do it and kind of control itself. It's controlled by a computer, but you can also hop in, as you can see me do right here. It's got rockets. You can also toggle the height, which I thought was pretty interesting, so you can make yourself a little bit bigger and kind of like more to eye level of players. But the minigun is very, very bad at tracking. It doesn't really have much aim assist or kind of much tracking with the bullets. It's kind of hard to kill people. I managed to get one guy, and I saw ruin there, and he just turned around like, nah, I'm out of here, and he just literally ran away from my Cerberus, and then something took me out. I think it was an EMP nade or maybe a big explosive or a C4, but something destroyed me instantly. Obviously the thing lasted a lot longer than that, had quite a lot of time left, as you can see at the top of the screen right there, and then again, this is me just kind of running around trying to get a hang of the wall running, and luckily I didn't fail too badly, and then a bit more, I'm actually going to go on my little bit of the rampage right here through their spawns. You can see I'm actually fairly into their spawn, and there's no teammates around me. I actually was like walking next to a dude, managed to turn around and kill him, and then for some reason I thought that was a player, start shooting him. Now I walk kind of like looking into their spawn after I reload my gun, and I see loads of people. Take out 3 people right there for a triple spray. Now I'm not done yet. See another 2 people boost around the wall, and I managed to take out both of those guys as well. Now I boost to collect all those tags, and then it turns out I'm a little bit too far into their spawn. Someone comes around and flanks me. I just killed 5 of their teammates, so one of them managed to pick me off. But there is just about it for this gameplay. Hopefully you enjoyed this look at the ARK, the Cerberus, and also this kind of like gameplay on this map Combine. If you can give it a like rating, of course, got more Black Ops 3 gameplay on this channel coming up, so stay tuned for that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.